What happens when a club decides to gamble its future at the ballot box instead of behind closed doors? Noise stops being just noise and becomes real power. Joan Laporta has resigned from the presidency of FC Barcelona, and this move is not a simple administrative procedure. But before getting into all the details, remember to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Our goal is to reach 1,500 subscribers this month. It's free, it's quick, and it helps us grow a lot. This decision is probably the riskiest gamble of the entire season. He steps down at his best sporting moment so that the members can decide whether they want to return the position to him. And that's where the uncomfortable questions arise. Why now? Why precisely when the team is winning, the project looks solid, and revenues are breaking records? Laporta will formally resign on February 6th, after the match against Albacete, and will call early elections for March 15th. 5 weeks of campaigning, 5 weeks of noise, and 5 weeks of uncertainty right in the decisive phase of La Liga, the Copa del Rey, and the Champions League. He does it for a statutory reason. In order to run for re-election, it is mandatory to resign beforehand. It is legal, it is by the rules, but it is still extremely dangerous. During that period, the club will be left in the hands of an interim president, Rafa Yuste, with a minimal board, while Barca enters election mode. All of this happens when the sporting situation could hardly be better. Barcelona are leaders in La Liga, current Super Cup champions, still alive in the Champions League and the Copa del Rey, and coming off a domestic treble last season. Flick's project is stable, competitive, and winning. On an institutional level, the outlook is also positive. The return to Camp Nou, record-breaking revenues, the renewal with Spotify until 2034, and recognition as one of the highest-grossing clubs in the world. Everything seems to be working, and yet Laporta decides to risk it all. Why? Because in politics, timing is everything. Laporta knows that if he calls elections while the team is winning and the project is consolidated, he starts with an advantage. Waiting involves risks, a bad run of form, a painful elimination, or a scandal can change everything. We already saw it in 2015 with Bartomeu, who resigned after winning the treble, won the elections, and ended up leading the club to ruin. The big difference is that Bartomeu sank Barca, while Laporta rescued it from technical bankruptcy. That is his main asset, trusting that the members will remember who saved the club. But there is opposition. Victor Font represents modern management and total professionalization. He promises transparency, good governance, and a sustainable long-term model, moving away from presidential personalism. His problem is that he doesn't excite the veteran member. He has solid arguments, but little epic appeal. I can Barca, the heart weighs as much as the head. Xavier Villajona offers experience and internal order. He talks about planning, structure, and less improvisation. However, his technical and low-profile image does not generate enthusiasm. Marc Syria, for his part, brings financial credibility and warns about the risks of the levers, but he does not convey sporting ambition. He could be key as a technical support figure, but hardly as a sole leader. The key lies in unity. If the opposition runs divided, Laporta will have it easy. If it unites into a solid bloc, the election becomes complicated. The members' dilemma is clear: continuity with financial risk or change with sporting uncertainty. Titles now or future sustainability. Epic moments or management. Laporta plays with collective memory, Guardiola, Messi, Champions League, greatness. And also with the fear of the recent past. The members will have to decide whether to renew their bet on continuity or believe that the time has come to change direction. What is voted on March 15th will shape Barca's future for years. For better or for worse. And now it's your turn. Would you bet on continuity and Laporta's epic vision, or do you think the time has come for a shift toward a more sustainable and professional model? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to leave your like and subscribe so you don't miss any news about FC Barcelona.